Here we go. Another test of OctoBlock. Let's look at the transitions and the new material system. Allows you to write any shader you want, provide any texture you want, and sort of render any style you want in the game. Game still plays the same, but now you can make it look however you want. So here I have some disco balls and some 8 balls. So the shader for the disco ball is written in just written in an XML file that also contains some information about what the shader needs. So vertex attributes, the texture name, some other files or some other information. But I don't have to go into C++ or Visual Studio or anything to write new content for the game. Now it's all done via XML and data-driven stuff. So I can change these. I can change the model. I can change the shader. I can change everything about it without having to restart or recompile anything, which is really nice. So I can do a lot less work, and this also lets people who know how to program shaders make some pretty neat stuff in here. And I did the disco ball and this other ball in like 30 minutes, so it's pretty quick. It's not robust right now, so it's not very safe. If I do something wrong, it breaks with a vengeance, so I need to fix that. Otherwise, it's looking pretty good. Getting in here, we're loading cube maps, textures, texture coordinates, normals, the whole deal. So we can change these spheres that we're using to anything, like the Suzanne monkey model from Blender. We can definitely put that in there, or we can put pretty much anything. So that allows for some neat stuff. Spheres definitely are definitely useful. Some other ideas would be like the Earth and the Moon as a style to use. Definitely like cubes that are shaded differently. Cell shading's possible. It's pretty nice. And as you can see, the active block just keeps changing when it hits the top. So I don't have a game over condition yet. I mean, it's sending an event in my code that says, hey, it's game over. I'm just not handling it. I'm not doing anything with it. I'm lazy. Otherwise, yeah, most of this is doing pretty good. And then we can quit and take a look at some of the shader files that we're working with. So here's an XML file that defines a mesh for our type. So this one, I think, yeah, this one is actually the disco ball. So we load up a sphere, which we export from Blender. Let's say we're going to make a material for it. We provide our program, and we provide the cube map that we need for our program and the vertex and fragment shader. I'll probably add geometry shaders and other things later. And you have to note the vertex attributes that you're going to use. In our case, since the disco ball doesn't use a texture, we're only going to take up its positions and its normal vectors. And then we can go, we'll say, oh, A-type vertice. We'll go to A-type vert, and I can bring in the normal, I bring in the position. Other times I'll bring in the texture chord, and then I'm allowed to bring in the transition matrix. This is like the model matrix, the view matrix, and the perspective matrix to do any work that I need to do for finding the normal eye and the eye position.